Evening. I'd like to welcome you to this meeting of the Santa Fe ISD Board of Trustees. We believe it's important this meeting be conducted in an organized and efficient manner, and to that end would like to outline some ground rules for all of us to follow during the course of the evening. First and foremost, recognize this is a board's meeting. By law, most of the discussion and all of the voting must be done in open session, but public participation by necessity must be limited to that part of that agenda that is reserved for public input. Occasionally, the board may seek comment or clarification from an administrator in attendance or even from someone in the audience. It's the board's prerogative to seek information from non-board members as it chooses. However, unsolicited participation from the audience is inappropriate. Secondly, at times it may seem like we're voting on issues of importance with little or even no discussion. Be advised that all board members get a packet of background information about the various subjects on tonight's agenda several days in advance of actually coming here to participate in the meeting. After receiving our packets, all board members have and often exercise the opportunity to contact various school administrators to ask specific questions in an effort to better understand the issues on which we're expected to vote. We thank you for being interested in your school district, as witnessed by your presence here tonight. We encourage you to your active participation in the educational process of your children. We appreciate your cooperation in helping us conduct the business of the Santa Fe ISD in an organized and civilized manner, and we hope you enjoy the evening. Okay. Mr. Davenport, will you lead us in the invocation, and then we can stand for our pledges, please?
Yes, sir. Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to gather here tonight. We especially thank you for all the wonderful students and staff that are here to receive recognition. Dear Lord, we just ask that as we go toward the end of the school year that you give us all the wonderful words and all the encouragement that we can to do to finish the year strong. We ask that you watch over each and every one of us as we go into the summer. Dear Lord, as we conduct this meeting tonight, just help us have the words to say to make this district a better place. Dear Lord, watch over each and every one of us as we travel home tonight, and in your name we pray. Amen. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Okay, do we have any action from our closed session tonight?
Yes, sir. I move the board consider and approve the superintendent's recommendation to terminate the probationary contract of Dr. Linda Hart, an at-risk trauma wellness counselor at Santa Fe High School listed on Exhibit B1. At the end of the contract term, as stated in Board Policy DFAB Legal, in the best interest of the district, and authorize the superintendent to give notice of the same.
I second it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the superintendent recommendation on terminating this probationary contract. Any other questions or comments?
Yes, sir.
If not, cast your votes, please. And it is passed unanimously. Do we have any other action from closed
Yes,
session?
sir. I move that we employ Rebecca Hamilton, Leslie Jared, Jennifer Caracca, Erica Humberg, Jennifer Blair, Jamie Temple, Justin Perry, Erica Johnston, Aaron Hughes, and Michael McCormick as teacher for 187 days for the 2019-2020 school year.
I second it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the hiring of these recommended employees. Any other questions or comments?
No, sir.
Not, cast your votes, please. And it is passed unanimously. Thank you very much. Do we have any other action from executive session?
Yes, sir. I move to renew and approve the contracts and related actions of all professional administrative staff listed on Exhibit A as presented in executive session. I further move that all appropriate employees be notified of their board's action.
I second it.
Excuse me, was that a second?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the administrative contract. Any other questions or comments?
No, sir.
Not, cast your votes, please. And it has passed unanimously. Thank you. Any other action from executive session?
No, sir.
That got it. Ms. Hansard, looks like you've got our information items. Dr. Wall, we have some monthly reports.
Yes, sir. We do have monthly reports for your review and consideration this month. Also, I think we can begin with Mr. Atkins giving us an update on our projects.
How's everybody this evening?
Good.
Real quick update, the elementary school is progressing. We're due to be done into this June. They are ready to do a ceiling cover hopefully by end of this week in the first 2 floors. They've got devices hung in ceiling grid and things like that. AC's on. All the window structures are in. They're hanging glass this week to close off the area by the library. The gym floor is on site. The flooring is on site. They're getting ready to start prepping to do floor on the second floors this week. They are doing site work, pouring flat work and different things like that. So it's really starting to come together. Most of the brick is all done. So they're just doing some fine tune-up on that. And it's going to be a scramble, but we'll get there into June. So we're in good shape. The weather is not as big a factor for us now. We're more dried in. So things are going well. We've been talking about the baseball field off and on. I got some news from a baseball grass supplier saying that our time frame is extended on being able to put grass in. We could put it in all the way into October, November and still have a viable field. So we'll be revisiting this next month with some options for you guys. We're looking at turf and grass and a combination of the both and see what's going to be the best recommendation for y'all to look at. Summer projects, we're going to be extremely busy this summer, obviously with the move that we're doing. We're also going to do the sewer line repair at the junior high on June 10th. And then we've got up for consideration parking lot replacement for this building in junior high as well. So we've got lots of projects going on. RJ as well, which y'all approved last board meeting. So that renovation remodel will kick off on the 10th as well. So we will be very, very busy this summer. So, you have any questions?
Any questions for Bob?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Bob.
All right, Mr. Robbins, you have the Technology Department annual report for us?
Yes, sir. About 60 PowerPoint slides to go through here. No, just kidding. Wanted to kind of change things up a little bit and show a video of what we've done. There was just so much that we've been able to accomplish this year, so I'll kick it off and then I'd like to recognize my department.
Technology in Santa Fe ISD looks different today than it did just a few years ago. The Technology Department has responded to the safety and security challenges that the district has faced by collaborating with our ISD staff and other departments. The district has been able to make all of these changes happen in a very short amount of time with the countless hours of so many dedicated folks. Over 40 new cameras have been positioned around the campuses, and many security system deployments and upgrades have been placed in the classrooms and throughout the district. Some of the security software upgrades include the following: Mutilink, which is a product that will connect the district's police radios and the security cameras directly to other law enforcement agencies in the event of an emergency. Raptorware is our visitor management software and has been a longtime partner of Santa Fe ISD. This year, Raptorware has developed a new emergency alert system, and they have donated 3 years of this service to the district. This new software will be set up in the summer and implemented for the 2019-2020 school year. This will allow the district to maintain a digital log of all emergency drills on campuses and give our police dispatch real-time information of the safety of our staff and students in the event of an emergency. This product will also assist and be a great tool for parent and student reunification. The new technology that we are proud to bring to the district this year is the facial recognition software. This technology uses a system that builds a 3D biometric image and maps facial features of individuals from a live security video feed. It compares the information with a database of known faces to find a match and alert district personnel. Santa Fe ISD is the first school district in Texas to use AnyVision's facial recognition software. This is the same solution that large casinos in Vegas use to help monitor and keep their customers and facilities safe. We are proud to be at the forefront of using this technology in schools and happy to have a partnership between AnyVision and Santa Fe ISD. The technology department works very hard every day to provide and support and assist throughout the district. We are always up to the challenges of finding new innovative ways to help Santa Fe ISD staff and students successful. Technology has rapidly changed how we work, communicate, organize our lives. In many ways, we are more connected, informed, productive, and entertained than ever before. The way we get our information today and how we deliver the curriculum to our students is changing every day as well. The amount of technology going into the classroom is increasing and changing faster than we have seen in the past. These advances in technology have also changed the way we teach in the classroom. We are using interactive monitors and boards, and classrooms are engaging in online projects, and every student is provided with a computer with enough power to connect them to the latest information on everything from the most current event to how to solve for X. With great power comes great opportunities for both students and teachers. Today in Santa Fe ISD, a teacher can use a number of technologies to reach their class. Canvas is our learning management system that allows teachers to simplify learning by connecting all additional tools they use in one place. It allows for blended learning that combines the traditional face-to-face classroom experience with a new innovative learning technologies. Additionally, SFISD has developed a great relationship with Microsoft, along with our lease purchase program for our staff. Microsoft has teamed up with the technology and curriculum departments to pilot a program that was designed for our junior high and high school math classrooms. This program was about using touchscreen computers in an environment that is normally difficult to see computers being used. With the stylus in hand, students can write on the screen just as they were writing on a worksheet. This gives the teacher the flexibility to use Canvas and the apps available in Microsoft Office Suite to assign classroom activities, and a repository for students to be able to review their past assignments. The Microsoft Office 365 Suite includes online apps such as OneNote Classroom Notebook, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and other tools that allow students to collaboratively work on project-based learning activities that can be stored in the cloud. One of the biggest drives to use technology in the classroom is the ability to get instant data on how students are performing. We now have the ability to use technology to meet learners where they are and address how students are learning and retaining what they have been taught in the classroom. Finally, the addition of our new campus, William F. Barnett Elementary, has been exciting for the community and the ISD family. This campus will not only look amazing on the outside, but it will be amazing on the inside. The technology department has been busy working with architects and contractors to equip the campus with the latest state-of-the-art technologies available today, including audio enhancements in the classroom that will amplify teachers' voices to get the students engaged. This system can also be used to alert the front office in the event of an emergency. One of the most impressive technologies you will see in all the learning areas is the addition of 75-inch interactive monitors. This technology will engage student activities and allow teachers to teach in ways that they could only have dreamed of a few years ago. The new Dell 2-to-1 student computers are going in all the kindergarten and first grade classrooms. This technology will give our little learners the ability to use touchscreen for navigating their programs or flip it around and use the keyboard for typing. This school has what our students and teachers need to be successful and to help keep the students excited about coming to school. The implementation of all these projects this year due to the coordination between the district and some great vendors we have partnered with this year. A big thank you to the following vendors for going over and beyond of what was asked of them. NCS, who donated a number of cameras for some of the security upgrades. Mutalink, that donated over $40,000 in equipment and services, is the new vendor of Santa Fe ISD. Raptor Systems for a 3-year subscription to their new emergency alert systems. Other vendors I would like to recognize for their efforts in stepping up to this school year is Dell Computers, Microsoft, Firetron, AnyVision, AudioLink, and Gaggle. Without the support and knowledge, Santa Fe ISD technology would not be where it is today. Along with great vendors, none of this would have been possible without the support of the Santa Fe ISD School Board, administration, ISD family, and community. Thank you for what you have done in making Santa Fe ISD the best for our kids.
So as you notice, that was not my voice. We actually worked with the CT department to get the voice overlay there. But I'd just like to real quickly recognize some of my department that's here. Jody, Randy, Carrie, the guy that's always in the booth back here, Kurt, and Matthew, and last but not least, Mr. Bob for all his support. All this is, everything that's happened this year is all because of these folks. Without their hard work and dedication, none of this was possible. We had a lot of people step up this year, and I know that video was long, but golly, there was a lot that's happened this year. We had vendors step up like never before. AnyVision, the facial recognition, the guys are here, Taylor and Gregory, they wanted to come and you know, just let you know that they're supportive of us. I thought that this was the first school district in Texas. We're actually the first school district in the nation to be using AnyVision facial recognition. It's used in the casinos in Nevada, so I feel pretty confident that we've got a good product, but we're really excited about the technology, where we're at today and where we're going in the future. I'm excited to see what next year looks like. So, any questions?
Any questions for Kip?
No, sir. Nice video. Good job.
I got that.
Good job.
Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all.
All right. Dr. Wall, we have anything else under information?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll move into our consent agenda.
We do have a few items for your consideration and approval on our consent agenda this evening, including our minutes, accounts payable, and budget amendments from April, as well as student transfers as per policy, and a yearbook renewal with Balfour.
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve as presented. Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the consent agenda as it was presented. Any questions or comments? Not cast your votes, please. And it has passed unanimously. Thank you. All right, we'll move into our regular agenda. Ms. Hansard, I think you have the first item with our compensation plan.
Yes, sir, Mr. Norman. Typically, the board approves an administrative recommendation regarding employee salaries prior to adopting the budget in June. To facilitate planning and finalization of the 2019-2020 district budget, we are presenting this recommendation at tonight's board meeting for your consideration. The administrative recommendation is that the board approve the 2019-2020 district compensation plan for all employees and job families as presented. In essence, all employees will receive a 3% midpoint increase inclusive of the step for his or her credible year of service. And such 3% is inclusive of any raise received through legislative action. That is, the 3% is a combined amount of any raise received from the state legislature, with the rest made up by district funds. This compensation plan also includes a retention plan for all eligible employees who meet the criteria set out in the plan.
Mr. President, I move that the board adopt a proposed compensation plan for the 2019-2020 school year for all employees and job families as presented. All employees will receive a 3% midpoint increase inclusive of the step for his/her credible year of service, and qualify the retention plan if they meet the criteria set out in the plan and inclusive of any raises received through legislative state action, so that the state total raise combined with legislation, state action, and district funds do not exceed a 3% midpoint increase.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the compensation plan that was presented. Any questions or comments? Not cast your votes, please. And it has passed unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Junko, I believe we've got some merchandising vendors to approve.
Good evening. Santa Fe ISD formally sought requests for proposals for general retail merchandise, fast food, and restaurant and catering services. We did this proposal to keep Santa Fe ISD in good standing with the rule of $50,000 per year per commodity code. Proposals will be accepted on a continual basis until June 30th, 2025, and all approved proposals will be awarded and submitted for board approval quarterly hereafter. The list of approved vendors for this month are Kelly's Country Cooking, Casa Olay, Chick-fil-A, Shipley's Donuts, Sonic Drive-In, Doric's Meat Market, Miley's Morsels, and EAI Education.
Okay.
Olive Garden, Geo's,
There are a few more.
Olive Garden, Geo's.
You got Olive Garden and Geo's on there. That's fine.
Page 129.
So they were added to the list. We received a few more bids. I want to say it was Thursday of last week, so we went ahead and added them to the list, but they were also Olive Garden and Geo's Flying Pizza.
Very good.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the general retail merchandise, fast food, restaurant, and catering services companies as approved by vendors for Santa Fe ISD, including Olive Garden and Geo's Flying Pizza.
I'll second it.
Second it. Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the general merchandising and fast food bids. Any other questions or comments? Cast your votes, please. And it is passed unanimously. All right. Next, we have our sports medicine agreement.
Yes, sir. Santa Fe ISD formally sought requests for qualifications for Sports Houston Medicine Services. A committee was formed to evaluate the proposals. Because a larger network of hospitals in multiple locations in Texas and specialized concussion center, it is recommended to continue using Houston Methodist St. John's Hospital. This is the first year of a 3-year agreement, which will begin July 1st, 2019 and ends June 30th, 2020, at a cost not to exceed $35,000 per year. We also have, I'd like to introduce David Silva from the Houston Methodist Trainers. He came here to support that.
Okay.
Mr. President, I make a motion we approve the sports medicine service agreement with Houston Methodist St. John's at a cost not to exceed $35,000 a year.
I'll second it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the sports medicine service agreement. Any questions or comments? And cast your votes, please. And it has passed unanimously.
Thank you.
And thank you, sir. Thank you for being here.
Sure. Absolutely.
You know, now that you've said it, you got to.
Yeah, since
Didn't open that door.
you said it.
17 great years.
Perhaps
Really
we were
appreciate
in
it. Don't let her slide.
Don't let it slide.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Charlie. I've done 17 years. You're right.
You can't hug her and not hug the rest of us.
Okay, Mr. Atkins, you got a couple of items of parking lot, I think is the first one.
Yes, sir. As part of the 2016 bond election, some of the planned projects, obviously beyond the school, we're replacing the parking lots of the junior high bus area, which is the south parking lot. Also replacing the 2 parking lots for this building with concrete at all 3 of those locations. The asphalt parking lots in all 3 locations are in really poor condition. So we went out for bids. On May 2nd, we opened bids. We had 5 companies that came and provided us bids, and Millis Equipment was the best value contractor at $1,486,181. That also includes $220,000 in contingency in that number. This is below budget. We had estimated just right at $2 million for this project, with $150,000 of that to $200,000 in professional fees. So we're substantially below budget. So we feel like it's a good price. This also includes picking up two add alternates, which is in this price, which is extending the junior high parking lot to the fence there at HEB's boundary and extending the north parking lot here to the back of the concrete by Kubitschek where the buses and all are. So we feel like we're getting great value in these projects. And these would start June 10th and be done before school started.
You're gonna stagger those with
Yeah,
the
so we'll do
employees
this
that are
one in
here
junior
year-round.
high. We'll probably do the north in junior high in first phase, and then once the north is completed, we'll jump to the south parking lot for this building. The operations have to keep going, so if it lags a little bit on schedule because of that, but you know, its bid is to be done in 60 days, all of it.
And this is all 100% concrete?
Yep, concrete. It's got sloped concrete with good positive drainage. It also, we don't have to put any detention. We'll detain in the parking lots a little bit around the inlet. So on a big rain, it maybe hold some water for a little while till it stops, but that way we don't have to go to dig detention pond. So.
Any other questions?
Mr. President, make a motion to approve the services for the new parking lots at the junior high and Cowan Education Support Center with Mills Equipment LLC in the amount of not to exceed $1,486,181.75.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We approve the parking lot contracts for the junior high in Cowan. Any other questions or comments? Not cast your votes, please. Let me get the screen switched. There we go. And it has passed unanimously. Thank you.
All right. And Eddie Kirst is here from Kirst Komatsky. He's a design engineer on the project. He wanted to come and be representative here tonight for the approval of this project. So,
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
all right.
All right, next you got some playground equipment.
Yes, sir. So we asked we asked several companies to come out and evaluate the playground equipment at both RJ and Kubitschek with the realignment coming up to make sure it was adequate for the different grade levels that were coming. We also had Texas State Facilities Evaluation Department out as well, and they noted that one piece of equipment at Kubitschek was in poor repair and beyond its life, its expected age. We made the repairs when they found the problem, so those are fixed, and so it's a safe playground at this time. But they did recommend we plan on a replacement. So we got a price from a single contractor to give us a piece, and we've got some new pricing in recently. So we feel like we can get a piece of equipment for a cost not to exceed $98,667. That includes new fall zone border, and installation and removal of the existing. So,
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the new playground structure for Kubitschek Elementary for a cost not to exceed $98,667.82.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the playground structure contract. Any other questions or comments? Not cast your votes, please. And it is passed unanimously. Thank you, sir. All right, you got another one for the solid waste services?
yes, sir. So this was our year to go out for our bids for solid waste again. We went out to bid this last month. We received 3 bids, Mayor Waste, Waste Management, and a third firm that's escaping me right now. Obviously, it was a good time to bid because we're adding a new campus, and we're going to change how we're doing our waste a little bit. We used to do waste at all our campuses 3 days a week. We went to 5 days because of the size of the elementaries and junior high. So if the 3 elementaries will go back to 3 days a week. Amera Waste came in $20,000 less than Waste Management was. So we're going to save $20,000. This comes out of my regular budget. It's part of our general fund budget annually. So we've got this cost covered. Cost was $54,513, with that's accounting for about 15 hauls of the roll-offs at Ag Barn and our large one that we do large trash in over at our office. So that's well within our budget, and I thought really good pricing. It gives us also 2 years of renewals that we can consider each year for the next 2 years. So
No increase?
Huh?
With no increase?
well, hopefully no increase. They can increase up to 5%. But we have the option of going out to bid again if we want to, but usually we get them for no cost increase.
How was it compared to last year's?
Last year was over 70,000. So, and the service we've been getting out of Waste Management has been not to where our standards are. So we actually wrote some penalties in for late pickups because they like to show up on Monday about 8 o'clock when we're having kids show up to school.
Not a good time.
Pretty substantial savings.
Yes.
That and the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of money to save.
Good job.
Good job. I'll make a motion we approve Ameriwaste Waste Inc. to provide the solid waste services for the 2019-2020 school year for a cost not to exceed $54,513.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the AmeriWaste Waste Services contract. Any other questions or comments? Cast your votes, please. And it is passed successfully
All right,
and unanimously. Thank you.
All I got.
Thank you, Bob. Good job.
All right, Ms. Ross, you have some Canvas Learning Management System.
Canvas is a single integrated learning management platform that bundles assessments, grading, state standards, tracking, messaging, learning analytics, and more. And it also keeps everything in one place. It's for our students and our teachers. Canvas can be accessed from anywhere on any computer or any device, tablet or a smartphone. The contract is for the dates July 1st, 2019 through June 30th, 2020. And the cost is $24,304. The recommendation is being presented for board approval per board policy, CH Local, as the amount nears $25,000.
Mr. President, I make a motion to review and approve the quote for infrastructure canvas not to exceed $24,304.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the quote from Canvas. Any other questions or comments?
Yeah, well, I guess educate me. What is the difference between this and the Skyward stuff that we're using now, or whatever they're using now?
Skyward's our information management system, and then Canvas is basically our interface that we use for our students and our learning. It's kind of like our portal for learning. Colleges use it. We can do a lot of online learning in the classroom. We can send learning out to the home. Teachers can create, different learning modalities through that. We can assign remote learning to kids, things like
What are
that.
we using now? Nothing?
No, we're using that right now. We're just renewing it.
Oh, this is a renewal of something we already have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this was new.
Nope.
All right. Didn't know anything about it.
That's already been seconded.
Okay.
Yep.
All
Any other questions?
No, sir.
Not, cast your votes, please. And it is passed unanimously. Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Schumann, we need some library books for the new elementary.
Yes, sir, we do, Mr. Norman. With the opening of William F. Barnett Elementary in August 2019 comes the privilege of purchasing books and instructional materials to open the new library. Librarians work collaboratively with the vendor and teachers to ensure the list of books and materials requested effectively support the reading needs of students in pre-kindergarten through grade 5. This quote includes $14,485 in discounts. The vendor is providing free shipping, and they will also provide the staff to stock the library when the materials arrive in the district. So we're asking you to approve this purchase from Permabound not to exceed $106,257.
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve the purchase from Perma-Bound Books of library books for William F. Barnett Elementary per the attached quote not to exceed $106,257.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the Permabound book purchase. Any other questions or comments? Cast your votes, please. And it has passed unanimously. Thank you. All right, then we have a missed day waiver. Dr. Schumann?
Yes, sir. Pursuant to Texas Education Code 25.081, the district or campus is allowed to request a waiver if instructional days are missed due to weather, health, safety, or other issues. For Santa Fe ISD to receive attendance credit for missed days, the Texas Education Agency requires that the district submit a missed days waiver request for which board approval is required. For the two events listed below, we're requesting board approval for the submission of a missed school day waiver. May 10th was the district closure due to inclement weather. This is based on minutes, and although we're getting approval, we may not actually have to submit this, be required to submit it to TA. However, we're getting your approval this evening in case we do, if it's needed. And then May 17th for Santa Fe High School due to the 1-year mark of the catastrophic shooting event that occurred at Santa Fe High School on May 18th, 2018. This day was offered as a voluntary attendance day to provide for the emotional support for all students and staff, allowing individual choice in how to remember this day. And so this evening, we're requesting board approval for the submission of these missed school day waivers.
Okay, what's your pleasure?
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve the submission to TEA of the two missed school day waivers. One, the district closure on May 10, 2019 for the safety reasons due to inclement weather. And two, for the Santa Fe High School on May 17, 2019, that observed a day of remembrance and resilience with a voluntary attendance day, allowing for individuals choosing how to remember this day.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the two missed school waivers. Any other questions or comments? Cast your votes, please. It is passed unanimously. Thank you, ma'am. That is all of our regular agenda items, so we will now move into our public forum. Board policy provides time at each regular board meeting for the public and employees to appear before the board to discuss matters concerning their interests. Time of 30 minutes has been allotted for those who wish to address the board. According to board policy, persons must sign up by the Thursday prior to the board meeting and will be allowed to speak for up to 3 minutes each. Delegations of more than 3 persons shall appoint 1 person to present their views before the board. We've set some guidelines to ensure the process is effective. The board respectfully requires names of district personnel and students not be used during the address. Unless you are speaking for a delegation, only 1 person may stand at or near the podium during any presentation, except a parent and child or spouses may stand together. If you are speaking for a delegation, only 1 person from the delegation may speak during the meeting. The person who signed up to speak is a person who must speak. No speaker may yield their time to any other person. During your 3 minutes, you'll be given a time notice when there are 30 seconds remaining. At 3 minutes, you will be asked to stop. We ask you respectfully to stop at that time. If you do not stop, we'll ask you to stop again. If you still fail to stop, the board will seek assistance in removing you from the podium so that the meeting may continue. No action may be taken on anything presented to the board at this time. However, board members have the option to request that the matter discussed be placed on the agenda for a future board meeting. In addition, should you have a complaint that you desire investigated, the board encourages you to follow board policies F and G for parents and students, DGBA for employees, and GF for the public. These are the district's complaint policies available to those who wish to redress grievances. We thank you for participation in this important part of the meeting, and we ask that our guidelines be followed so that we can continue offering this opportunity to participate. And tonight, we have 2. Ms. Hansard, I'll start with you tonight.
Yes, sir. Mr. Norman, each of you have a sheet at your seat that goes through some of the events that are going to be happening through the course of the remainder of the school year. And just want to draw your attention to our choir is going to be going to State UIL and Solo and Ensemble in Austin on May 26th. So they'll be extending their successes there. We have our Honor Graduates Banquet on May 28th. And then, of course, we have Baccalaureate on June 2nd in the Santa Fe High School Auditorium. And something that didn't get placed on that list because Coach Wolf was only able to secure these playoff locations today, but Santa Fe will be competing in the Region 3 semifinals against Georgetown. Game 1 is Thursday, May 23rd at Leroy Dyer Field Blinn Junior College in Brenham at 7 p.m. Game 2 is Friday, May 24th at Nutrabolt Stadium in Bryan at 7 p.m. And if a Game 3 is needed, it will be Saturday, May 25th at Nutrabolt Stadium in Bryan at noon. And other than just thanking my staff for helping this evening, because we actually recognized over 200 students this evening. And I just want to thank them for making it hopefully as transitioning through as smoothly as we could throughout that whole entire process. So, and thanks to the administrative staff for helping as well.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Ms. Townsend?
Just wanted to say thank you to all the operations staff for last week. I appreciate all your support and all your help, and congratulations to all the teams in the playoffs. Great job, and students were great this evening. You did a great job, Ms. Hansard, and just have a great week.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Snyder?
Thank you for everybody coming out. Good luck to the boys in baseball. We got it pretty good. Y'all doing a great job. That represents tonight what we do here. That's what it's all about, and I want to thank y'all, the administrators, and everybody doing that. It comes down to y'all doing it. Thank you.
Mr. Kelly?
Well, with the year coming to an end, I just want to say I appreciate everybody being as strong as they've been throughout this year. I know it wasn't easy for me, and I'm not even here. So for you guys that do everything you do, and ladies, and staying as strong as you have, and still making the strides you've been making, I appreciate it. And to the parents, the one that's still here and the one that left, I appreciate y'all coming in and speaking. I mean, it doesn't go unheard, and I mean, if you ask me, I mean, that's all we think about is the safety of the students. I mean, we talk about it, we do things. I mean, it's the proof is in the pudding as far as the steps we've made. I mean, I think if you ask 10 different people which way you should go, it's going to be 10 different answers. You know, I hope that, you know, that we do the right thing for you guys. And I have kids in the school, and I want to do the right thing for them as well. So, but everybody else, I appreciate y'all for being here.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Schuman?
Yes, I did want to just say thank you to all of our directors, to our support staff who helped to make the Day of Remembrance and Resilience at Santa Fe High School one that was honorable and memorable. And to just encourage our baseball team. I'm excited about the playoff game and looking forward to seeing the results of that.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Logan?
I'd also like to congratulate the baseball team. I'll be up there Thursday ready for it. I know I'm going to be tired the next day, but it's going to be worth it. I'd also like to say, because the linemen for the football team, they don't ever get no credit, but they went to Manville, had a little lineman challenge. And man, they done pretty dang good job. I mean, Bentley them boys had a blast. So, gotta throw that out there.
We got 10th out of 30 teams.
Man, that ain't bad at all. We took 2 teams. You had your freshman team and your varsity team. But besides that, thank everyone for being here. Rachel, great job with your staff did with getting that all together. Thank you.
Mr. Grassmuck?
Turn your mic on first, huh? Congratulations to everybody. I don't know that I remember a time in history when Santa Fe athletically has had this many teams and athletes go beyond district. It's pretty cool. I guess you're doing a fine job, Bentley. I mean, you walked into a good thing, you know you can only go down from here, right? No, but congratulations to all of them. Thank you to all the staff and teachers, and kind of piggyback on what Patrick said. I know everybody in this district has had a difficult time, and I appreciate the work you do and battling through the struggles that I know y'all all face yourselves. I know there are people sitting up here that had a very difficult time this weekend, because I spoke to a few of them, and it's difficult for a lot of people, but I appreciate all of y'all for sticking with it and doing what you need to do for this district.
Mr. Hurtenberger?
Second to everything that's been said. I guess last on the list, there's not much else to say. I know I wasn't on the board last year during all this, and I'm new to it. So there's a lot of misconception out there as the public, me being in your seat as well, to some of that. So thank y'all to the board members who was here and had to go through it all. Thank you, Bob, for doing such a good job you've done lately to absorb some of these extra costs that we had to pay for this other to help make sure we need to get our necessities. Kip, your staff, great job on that presentation. I'm excited about that facial recognition. Like to see everybody out there Thursday, and good luck baseball.
Who's this guy? What happened to Clay?
Yeah. Mr. Davenport?
You're on the timer, Davenport.
David Silva, congratulations on 17 and counting. So thank you for everything you've done for us. To all the different department heads and also the directors, appreciate everything. All of y'all I've talked to amongst the weeks and months and everything else. It's been a great year, all things considering. To both Ms. Stone and Ms. Delgado, thank you for having the courage to still come forward and fight the cause. The one thing I really want to, I know everybody's kind of jumped on it, is Coach Bentley. It's been pleasantly refreshing, truthfully. You and I have had a couple conversations since you've taken the reins. I've had community members come forward and tell me some great things. I think it's right just to share that back with you. Obviously, like Mr. Grassmuck said, you know, you can only go up from here. You've set the standards pretty well. Continue that. You got about a third of the student body that you can use to mold, to build leadership amongst them and as well as your coaching staff. So continue the great work. So I appreciate it. I'm looking at the list and I echo everything that all the other board members have come up here. So I know Mr. Grassmuck wants me to finish it up. So y'all drive safe as y'all go home.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Wall, you have anything?
Just one simple statement. Thank you so much for remaining focused on our students throughout the school year, and let's finish at a strong end of our 2018-19 school year.
Yes. First and foremost, we definitely want to thank everyone for all the efforts that were put in for the programs last week. You know, we had said earlier the school was taking Friday the 17th, and the team worked very hard and put a very nice day of remembrance together, thanks to the Resiliency Center and some of those that went above and beyond for the next day on the 18th on the weekend for the actual anniversary. There was a lot of work that went into that and a lot of things considered, and I want to say thank you from this board and from myself personally for all those efforts. Last week, as everyone knows, was a trying week, and we have now gotten through that, and it is up to us as well as this community to move forward. We recognized a bunch of folks tonight, but I would be remiss in not saying, and had the opportunity to say this to all the media outlets last week, we have examples after example after example of excellence this year in academics, in athletics, in fine arts, and all our extracurricular things. We are constantly recognizing people. It's in the paper all the time. It's on the news all the time. This year has been a tremendous year despite all of the setbacks from the trauma and the tragedy of May the 18th of last year. And I really want to thank the staff as well as the administration, because a lot of things that we as a board threw on you at the start of school this past year, you didn't have a whole lot of say-so in. You didn't have a whole lot of input in it. But we did it because it's what we thought was right, what the community wanted, what parents wanted, what students wanted, and we thought would make people feel safer, and that was the absolute goal at the time, was to make the facilities as safe as absolutely possible to enhance the learning environment. What I think the staff has done an excellent job with, but more importantly, what I think our students have done an excellent job with, is being resilient and to say they did not want to be defined by a tragedy. They wanted a school to be proud of. The high school students, as an example, but all across this district have done things repeatedly to make this about being successful and being proud of being in Santa Fe and a Santa Fe Indian. So my hat is off to everyone, and I speak collectively for this entire group up here, I know, for all your efforts this year, and a year that was as challenging as any school district has ever faced. Thank you very much. We have a couple of weeks left in the legislative session. We talk about this every month. We're coming down to the wire of what our legislators are going to do this year that impact all of us in many ways, but most especially with our school financing and the safety and security, our wellness counselors, and these type things. We have kept our foot on the gas, pushing everyone that we can push and talk to about what we need. Our conversations continue to take place every chance we get. And I encourage any of you and your friends and family and whoever that has any contact with any of the legislators over the next week to stay on them, because this is important. This will define a lot of the things that we can do and can continue to offer. This is very important for us right now, very important. And one other thing, and I hope I'm not going to steal your thunder later on, Walter, but in another meeting, but I had the privilege of being invited to the 100 Club of Houston the other night, where our police officer, John Barnes, and our assistant police chief, Gary Forward, were honored as Officers of the Year. And it was a tremendous pouring of support from the folks. There were lots of people from emergency response recognized this night. That was not just, in fact, there were 69 people recognized, but we received a tremendous amount of support, offers of everything, help, love, prayers, you name it. And it was really neat. And John Barnes was there, as well as Gary and Walter, and they received it very well. They got some nice things, but I can tell you those guys adamantly told every person that they talked to, it's about kids, it's about the safety of the students and the staff. They would do it again. They hope to never, ever have to do that again, but they were committed that day, and they're still committed, as well as all that staff. And they represent an entire group of officers that are committed, but they received a really nice award the other night, and it was some great recognition under horrible circumstances. So with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved and seconded, we adjourn. All those in favor, raise your hand, and we are adjourned.